successful, the first runner-up will take it
4 years.
and so on and so forth. Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice.
God. Well, there's no power in here right now, so it's hard to show. All that stuff will be gone, hopefully. But it's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Thank you, Jesus.
They seen they spilled tar in the living room and covered it with a towel.
So the bathroom isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Still, you know, pretty bad. But they've not. Look at that big old spider. Definitely wasn't in the best shape before we moved out, but I don't know. It's not terrible everywhere, but there are some spots that are a lot worse. They have overloaded the fire pit so bad. Like, I've still gotta clean that stuff out, especially glass. I've been mowed in forever. I'll probably have a bunch of ticks on me. Literally the jungle out here. Oh my god. I don't even know what the hell that thing is. I don't know. Definitely needs to be mowed and weed eated for sure.
I forgot to film the first part, but they did not. Yeah. I have this up because there's animals everywhere and I'm trying to clean. Genius me forgot the broom, so it's going to be minimal cleaning, but all the junk they left. There's stuff in the refrigerator too, although I'm pretty sure they broke this refrigerator, so that's going to be useless. Just a mess. I'm going to have to get a broom and come back in here. Just a mess. Room actually wasn't too bad, but it didn't start off too bad. They kicked in a door, but to be fair, this room never had a door, so, you know. They left all sorts of stuff here. I've already cleaned out this room except for that sheet. I still gotta sweep in here and stuff, but yeah. So there's that. Apparently they punched in right there. That's a thing. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Taylor Martin. I do mommy videos, cleaning videos, makeup videos, and today we're doing a cleaning video on my rental property because my renters destroyed my house. Like, it was never really great to begin with, but they absolutely trashed it. Remember to give this video a like and subscribe, and hopefully you find some motivation from this video, because if how nasty this house looks in the beginning doesn't motivate you to want to clean yours so it never looks like that, then I don't know what will. The house still needs a lot of work, but the end result is amazing. I started cleaning the sink after the toilet, and my lovely renters had clogged the sink. I later then found out they also clogged the bathtub. Check out that boob sweat. It was hot and there was no power for a fan or anything. I was on the phone talking to my husband in this clip about the potential renters that just stopped by to look at the property, and they still seemed super excited even though they seen it at its literal worst and are probably going to be renting it soon. And I was telling him how exciting it was that we weren't completely hopeless. It's the next day and I'm trying to get some cleaning done, so I came a little bit more prepared today, and as you can see, there's food that was left in the refrigerator, and there is no power in this house, so the butter's melted, the eggs are bad. I put the butter dish back in there because I wasn't sure if the fridge was leaking. My neighbor had told me that the fridge was actually working, and the renters that we had in there actually tried to sell him the refrigerator, and they had tried to sell him the stove. That's why it was out in my yard the day before, but he let us put it back in the house because the renters had actually left it to us, or told us they had left it to us. And oh my gosh, this refrigerator was so disgusting. On top of the house being hot, all that nasty food and spilled food in here, just, I almost had myself a time. I was fighting off gnats for a little bit. I'm just lucky I got there at like 6 o'clock this morning, so even though it was hot, it was a little bit cooler. At that time it was probably only like 70 or 75, which is fairly cool, but still hot when you're trapped in a small house. This is actually my old fridge that we used to have at this house before we got the new fridge that you see in all my cleaning videos. And we had decided to let the renters use it because we had no use for it. So, funny story, this used to be my husband's house, and I moved in with him about 5 years ago. And this house actually looked worse than this. It actually didn't have any counters or a kitchen sink. When he first moved in, he was washing dishes in a 5-gallon bucket, and he had no bathroom sink. I thought this would be the nastiest thing I had to clean out of this fridge. It's like spoiled hot red apple ale or something. I don't know. But man, was I wrong. I thought I'd be slick and dump all this water into that bucket to pour it in the sink, but I still got it all over the floor. So I sprayed this bleach on there to like get the staining out, but I let it sit for a little bit and I forgot to film me wiping it up. This is the nastiest thing that I cleaned from this refrigerator. Oh my gosh, it was so gross. I almost couldn't do it. So fun little fact, when I first met my husband, he did not know you were supposed to clean your refrigerator. Like, his refrigerator was gross. Not this gross, but I mean, he had spilled food and stuff in it. And he still does not clean the stove. Like, if he does dishes for me, he does not clean the stove. And for me, when I clean the dishes, I usually clean the stove and wipe down the counters. It's just a habit. Like, also washing the sink out when I'm done doing dishes. It's I don't know. I feel like it's weird when you don't. I sweep this hallway so I can sweep the kitchen really good without having any like dust or anything fly in the kitchen from the hallway, but I do re-sweep it with the bedrooms in a little bit, and oh my gosh, both piles end up being so big. You would never imagine that I swept it both times and still got so much crap off the floors. I forgot to move the camera after sweeping this area, but I'm just taking all those old dishes out of the sink and throwing them away because I wasn't going to take them home, and some of them had maggots and some of them were rusted, and I just thought I'd rather throw them away than donate them to somebody. Now I'm just trying to clean some of the stuff off the food catchers underneath the burners. A lot of it was like baked on there, so I'm either going to have to get new ones or the renters are just going to have to be okay with it. They're pretty bad. Also, my new sink isn't as deep or as wide, and I kind of miss it, but I'm also kind of glad because it keeps me from piling up dishes as much. These were just so deep you could fill them and still have space. I am cleaning with Kaboom because I forgot to bring dish soap. I didn't think I'd need it, or didn't think about it. But I'm just letting them sit for a little bit with some of the Kaboom on them to see if I can't knock off a little bit more of that grime off of it. Now I'm gonna clean off the counters, and it still blows my mind that I lived for 4 years with this little bit of counter space, and actually one side had my coffee maker on it, so it was really only one little section, and I made pies and casseroles and lasagnas and all sorts of stuff in this kitchen with this little bit of counter space. So I thought this refrigerator was broken because I'm pretty sure these parts are to a refrigerator or some kind of refrigerating system. I think that's what one of them said. And so I was kind of shuffling them around, seeing if they could be put back in the refrigerator. And then when I talked to the neighbor and he said that they worked, I wasn't sure what my husband wanted to do with them, so I was going to leave them there. And then last minute I decided to put them in the car so that I could take them home and my husband could decide there, and if he didn't want them, we could just throw them away. And if he decided he wanted them, then they're already at the house and we don't have to bring them all the way out there. So we end up throwing them away, but yeah. So the renters had this refrigerator in front of the window in the kitchen, but we used to have it in this corner like I just put it for two reasons. One, having it in front of the window cuts off one of the only light sources in the kitchen, but also it just cuts off a whole corner of an already small room. And it just doesn't make any sense to me to do that. I hate using a dustpan when I sweep because I feel like I just leave so much behind. So that's why you see me sweep and then sweep and then sweep and then sweep. I just don't feel like I ever get it all up. So one year I took bleach to this floor. It was just like a tile cleaner, but I bleached this entire floor and it was like from a milky tan color to a bright white, and it was so pretty. And it took me like 6 hours to do because I did it in small sections with the windows open. I had a kid at the time, and it was just a lot of work. And I thought maybe I could brighten it up a little bit, so I did a mixture of pine sol, water, and toilet bowl cleaner with bleach, and I was kind of hoping it would lighten it up a little bit. Also, that's all I had with me, so that's what I did. And it really did work on this door, and the end result on this door is amazing. I really wanted to vacuum, but we didn't have any power at the house, so I did what I could and I swept the floors down a little bit just to like make it look a little bit neater. I mean, it didn't have to be perfect. We already informed the renters of the situation. They seen the house. We let them know, I know it's a lot of work, but it'll have to be done if you're wanting to live here. But you know, I didn't want to leave him with so much that it was overwhelming, so I tried to help out and clean what I could.
It's not perfect, but it's getting better. I still got a lot to do. My camera died in the middle of cleaning. Vance doesn't want me to do anything to this carpet because he wants to pull it all up. But I'm working. I still can't get that thing off because they nailed it into the window frame and it's pulling it off. So it's a work in progress, but it's definitely getting better. It's no luxury hotel or anything, but it's getting a little bit better. Thank you, Jesus.
I want to get this floor mat out, but I don't want to touch this big old gigantic spider. I really don't. I don't want to. Ugh. So nasty.
If you didn't know what this house looked like before, you would think I haven't done anything. But trust me. I've been working my arse off. Nothing but a set of clay pigeons and a worm. It's clean!
Just a couple before and after shots for you so you guys can see what it looked like before and what it looked like after we got done cleaning. We meant to do a little bit more cleaning, but our renters ended up moving in and they've been working on it since they moved in. There is no longer carpet in the living room, and they have cleaned up the siding on the outside and probably some other stuff, but yeah. Don't forget, when we hit 500 subscribers, we will be doing a giveaway, and it will be either a $40 pallet and the blow dry I got in my BoxyBox, or a Jeffree Star mystery box. Make sure you're subscribed for that. You don't want to miss out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you think of the house before and after. I know it's no like prize winning house, but you know. I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.